Joy Reid, the angry black woman over on MSNBC, is getting increasingly more angry by the day because the orange man is back and she's so unhinged. She's gone full-blown black separatist and even denounced white liberal women, saying that black people should separate themselves from the rest of us and only care about each other.
Hey, I just want to give some free advice to the white progressives, particularly white progressive women who may be thinking about marching against the Trump victory, maybe putting back on the P-word hats and doing that thing. I would just say probably don't send any of those invites to any black women you know. I'm just going to tell you right now, they're not coming. I'm pretty sure black women have resigned from the Save America Coalition, Save Democracy Coalition, and definitely the Save the Democratic Party Coalition. I think that's probably not happening. I would just keep those invites maybe among your own friends because I don't think they're coming. But yeah, I think black women are now on the Save Black Women, Prioritize Black Men, and prioritize black communities, black businesses, and the black spaces. But Save America, Save the Democratic Party. Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Joy may have finally gone too far, even for MSNBC. And now Megyn Kelly thinks that she's going to be fired fairly soon because of this.
We've got to spend another minute on Joy Reid. It's a TikTok situation until her ass is fired. It's just, there's no way MSNBC, which is in a full meltdown now about how bad their losses were, there's no way they can keep this woman. I realize they're in the same problem that the Democrat Party is. Like, they have a base that they need to keep. But she and her little friend, Ellie Mistal, are truly the most racist people on television.
We may see some other big brand names fired from MSNBC and CNN. You may recall that Don Lemon was fired not that long ago. Fredo, Brian Stelter, who was strangely rehired, maybe just as a source of entertainment for those at the network. And since the election last week, MSNBC has lost half of their viewers. Half! I'm sorry, let me be specific. More than half. 54% in a week. Stay tuned because there's plenty more to come in this video, but real quick, markdice.com just got a full redesign and some great new products, including the return of Trump Claus, the sweatshirt, the Liberal Tears mug, and a whole bunch of other mugs as well. So be sure to head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out. Joy Reid isn't the only black liberal having a hard time coming to grips with the fact that many black people have finally left the Democrat plantation and voted for Donald Trump. Here's black radio host Charlemagne the Fraud being told the facts.
What do you make of the demographics here? I mean, Trump got 1 out of every 3 voters of color.
No.
Yeah.
1 out of
33%.
No. Really? When you say color, you mean like black, brown, everything. Oh.
But thankfully, Joy is doing us a favor. She's encouraging her audience to stop interacting with us.
But I wonder if also, are people challenged with the idea of how do you interact with people who you know voted for this, right? If you are an LGBTQ person and you know someone in your family voted essentially against your rights, or you're a woman knowing that, this man was calling people the B word.
Oh, you mean like every rapper on the planet in half of their songs, including Eminem, who was brought on stage with Kamala?
J.D. Vance was literally calling Kamala Harris the trash and said, we're going to take out the trash. Yeah. I know a lot of black women were incredibly triggered by that.
Now that's racist. Just calling someone trash is racist.
And meet somebody and they voted for the people who called you trash. Or if you're Puerto Rican, and someone voted that way, do you recommend, just from a psychological standpoint, being around them? We got the holidays coming up.
Please stay away. Please.
So I love that you asked this question because, there is a push, I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not. So if you are going into a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends.
Thanksgiving dinner coming up in a few weeks.
Who have voted in ways that are against you, like what you said, against your livelihood. And it's completely fine to not be around those people and to tell them why, to say, I have a problem with the way that you voted because it went against my very livelihood and I'm not going to be around you this holiday.
What livelihood? The freebies from the government that the Biden-Harris administration has been handing out to the criminal invader illegal aliens? And now that Donald Trump has been elected, the reality is setting in that the Trump Justice Department is going to start going after the institutions and businesses that engage in systemic anti-whiteism.
Furthermore, I will direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and schools that persist in explicit, unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them fined up to the entire amount of their endowment. A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly.
Hurt white people specifically, and Asians, especially with the affirmative action acceptance policies at major universities. So yesterday on her TikTok account, Joy played that video and then posted this reaction.
So in other words, reparations for white people.
Yeah, long overdue. You should apologize as well.
Any comments on that, Trump likes?
Yeah, it's fantastic. And about time. You may recall that when Tulsi Gabbard left the Democrat Party, one of the reasons was not just their wokeness, but specifically their systemic anti-whiteism.
I can no longer remain in today's Democratic Party.
No sane person can.
It's now under the complete control of an elitist cabal of warmongers driven by cowardly wokeness, who divide us by racializing every issue and stoking anti-white racism.
That's right, but around here, we call it anti-whiteism. She'll catch up soon enough. It's only been just over a week since the election, and America is already becoming great again. And many of the Zoomers, Generation Z, are rising up and rebelling against the wokeness. Like this girl.
I don't care. It's happening. I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. I'm done, okay? I blew up on this godforsaken clock app when I was like 19 or 20 years old, okay? Back then. Keep in mind, it has been 4 to 5 years, and life has hit me like a truck, okay? I'm no longer the stupid brainwashed liberal that I used to be when I was 19. And I am being hated on so much for simply changing sides. And I'm done. I'm so tired of my old fan base. I don't give a about your identity politics. I voted for Trump, and I hate fat people.
Well, speaking of fat people, all of my shirts from markdice.com are now available in up to 5XL. Seen a couple comments over the past few months, people requesting up to 4XL. So I did you one better. 5XL for everything now. Not the Trump cloth sweatshirt, though. That's only available up to 3X. But be sure to head on over there and check out the newly redesigned store and all the mugs, all the hoodies, all the sweatshirts. Everything's now available in women's tees as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.